Hello and welcome to another episode of Proffitt'S Resurrection Land Cruisers TV. Honey, are you glad that April and May are over?
That's an understatement. I'm incredibly glad April and May are over.
They're super fun months, but April and May are probably our busiest months. Not because the shop is busier, the shop hums about the same all 12 months of the year, but it's because of all the events and special things that happen in April and May that just take a lot of time, the administrative time, and a lot of time out of the shop. What did we do?
We went to Easter Jeep Safari in the end of March, beginning of April. Then we went to Cruise Moab first week of May, and then right after we were back for a couple days and left for Flagstaff, Arizona and Overland Expo.
So the Easter Jeep Safari is a little bit of a misnomer. Any four-wheel drive is welcome there, and we like to go down and represent Toyotas.
Next we went to Cruise Moab. Cruise Moab is a conglomeration of all Land Cruiser enthusiasts. It's great to be around people who love these vehicles as much as we do. We go and we lead trails. We led Poison Spider Mesa and Behind the Rock.
We had rollover on Behind the Rock.
Yes, we did. Good old Ray.
Ray rolled again.
Yeah, Ray.
And then we went to Overland Expo West in Flagstaff, Arizona. And that is where a lot of overlanders or people who are interested in long-range vehicle-based travel get together to look at what all the cool gear is and all of the gadgets and things that you need to go overlanding. And that event was a lot of fun.
And because of the overlanding nature of the event, we wanted to fit in. Therefore, we outfitted our 79 Series Land Cruiser with all of this wonderful overlanding gear.
Let's show you some of the details of what we did. Just about every overland vehicle needs a way to actually sleep while you're camping. And so we teamed up with a good friend of ours at Sloop Imports, who just started bringing in this Camp King Industries hard shell tent. The Camp King tent is one of a couple that you can get that's actually super durable and great for quick deployment. You saw how quickly Chandra was able to set that up, and it's almost ready to sleep in right now. Australians are serious about their overlanding, and they know quality. When it comes to equipment that's going to be used over and over and over in harsh conditions, you can always count on the quality of stuff made down under. So if we had this truck out in the trees, branches and other hard obstacles aren't going to do any damage to the shell. Inside the Camp King tent is a double bed, actually a little bit longer than a double, so there's plenty of room for your shoes and gear at the end of the bed. Also, this tent has a really high quality dark canvas. So in case you want to sleep in a little bit, the dark canvas blocks out almost all of the light. It's important to mention that the tent is also pre-wired for an LED light inside, as well as a cigarette lighter and 2 USB charging ports. Another piece of really cool overlanding gear that we put on this vehicle before Overland Expo is the dual battery system that's right here in the back. This is a very unique dual battery system because it is completely portable, and that's perfect for what we want to do with this truck, where we can take the overlanding equipment off and use it as a normal daily driver. So everybody knows that Land Cruisers have the potential to rust in some areas, and it's pretty common for FJ60s like this to get rust down in the rockers and in the wheel wells. But one of the areas that a few FJ60s rust is actually the roof, and this is one of those Land Cruisers. So the only way we're going to be able to properly repair all of the rust that's along the rain gutters and around the roof of this FJ60 is to actually remove the entire roof and replace it with a good used one. It's going to end up with a repair that's going to last a lot longer than if you tried to repair it the way this was done previously. So this body off FJ60, I had the same exact roof rot problem, and we've already replaced the roof on this one before it got refinished. You won't be able to tell because we did the body work on the inside and on the outside of every column, but this roof was on a different cruiser before. here is working on a little bit different kind of restoration than most of the ones you see on this show. What do you got here, Roy?
We have a factory soft top, California emissions spec, and it's been a bit of a project to tackle here because they come here in pieces. You know, it's already all torn down and missing a lot of stuff. And
we don't get to see these every day, do we? The California emissions.
No, not complete anyways. So we've had to scrounge up every little piece and restore it all and get it all back together.
We don't do a lot of bone stock restorations, things that have to be exactly as they were from Toyota. This is one of those. Most people do some practical drivability upgrades, and it takes a little bit of pressure off actually because we don't have to be as true to the exact Toyota engineering as we do on this one. You having fun?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
While the film crew is here, we decided to take the opportunity for them to get a little footage of this nearly complete FJ40 restoration. My favorite part about this rig is the color. When the client first approached us for this build, he had a specific color in mind. He asked us to go to the grocery store, grab a stick of Land O'Lakes butter and take it home, put it in the freezer, and then when you get it out of the freezer, that's the color he wanted. Frozen butter yellow.
This 1979 Stage 3 body off FJ40 restoration is a lot more of a resto mod than it is a stock restoration. The client decided to go with a Ramjet 350 for the power plant. Behind the Ramjet is an NV 4500 and an Orion 4-to-1 transfer case from Advanced Adapters.
Since this vehicle is going to be used off-road, we went with a spring-over suspension lift as well as ARB locking differentials.
A spring-over on a 1979 or later FJ40 is a little complicated because the gas tank occupies the same space that the track bar needs to go in.
For this reason, our trusty fabricator Alex crafted a 20-gallon aluminum fuel cell.
Our 6-point roll cage takes care of the occupant's safety, and it's tied to the frame in 4 places with our standard bushing isolator.
Our custom dual swing out rear bumper holds a spare tire, a handyman jack, a camp light, and a space for a cooler.
Other cool features of this FJ40 include the Dakota digital gauges and the awesome new Gen 4 vintage AC. So Alex has mounted for us dozens and dozens of engines, custom mounted dozens of engines in Land Cruisers, and oftentimes space is a challenge, but not this time because this is the 20-inch widened giant tour vehicle that we're building. Alex, what do you got here? What kind of engine is this?
It's the Ford Chevy Yoda.
When you're mounting an engine, this one's not that bad, but when you're mounting one normally, what are you looking for? Where are the tight clearances that you have to be aware of?
Oil pan, power steering lines, where the inlet and outlet of the cooler radiator is going to be, back of the head, exhaust. Not an issue on this car. Not an issue. Usually the exhaust flanges are right over the frame rails. Lots of fun.
Thanks again for watching Proffitt'S Resurrection Land Cruisers TV.
And thanks to all of our YouTube subscribers and fans. We appreciate when you come up and tell us that you love the videos, and so we'll keep making them.
Check us out on Facebook at Proffitt'S Resurrection Land Cruisers, on Instagram at Pro Cruiser, and our website, resurrectionlandcruisers.com.
Thanks for watching. See you next time. And so please share them with your friends so everybody can check us. Nah, that sucked. Do it again.
Check us out on Facebook at Proffitt'S Resurrection Land Cruisers.
So Clint, your son's been helping us out for this spring and summer. Hey, there he is. So, hey, come in here. Come in here, James. Stand next to your dad. All right, so James has been helping us out this spring as like shop hand and all around good guy, and he's picked up a lot of stuff, but unfortunately we're gonna lose him, at least for a while, because he's doing what?
Riding a bike to California, cycling there.
From we're in Colorado.
Yep. Riding 1,500 miles to Morro Bay, California.
With a group of friends, right?
Nope, solo.
Are you worried, Dad?
No, not at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
You bet, yeah.
Yeah. Do you? Are you worried about getting? Are you worried about getting stabbed?
No,
No?
not really.
No.
I have an air horn.
You have an air horn?
Yeah, so that should help me out.
That's cool. Well, we will miss you, and we wish you luck on your ride to California.
Yeah, definitely.
Call us when you get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take pictures.
Yeah.